time now to look at the work happening to protect coral reefs in the Red Sea as part of Extreme E's legacy project.
Tropical corals are the tropical forest of the sea in terms of the importance in building a structure but also supporting biodiversity. So coral reefs support 1 in every 4 marine species. They also provide livelihoods for nearly 1 billion people around the world, and they protect the shorelines of vulnerable countries. And if coral reefs are lost, some low-lying nations will actually lose their natural territory. By current assessments, we have lost about nearly 2/3 of the extent of corals in the ocean, and the drivers of those losses have been multiple. But over the last 20 years, and more strongly over the last 8 years, then climate change is the major driver of loss. So about 15% of the losses of corals can be directly attributed to climate change. And the projections of the future of corals under climate change, we might lose 75 to 90%. So being the first ecosystem that is at risk of becoming functionally extinct due to climate change. Personally, I'm involved in 4 major efforts to conserve corals. I'm the executive director of CORDAPS, and it's the only global program where scientists from different nations are working together to deliver new science and technology to conserve and restore coral reefs. Then on my own work as a scientist, through the work that I do, the research that my team and students do, we focus a lot on the future of coral reefs, and we have created a new startup called Ocean Revive, providing cost-effective technologies to restore coral reefs elsewhere. And the 4th dimension is the outside science. The latest one of them is one born here also in Saudi Arabia called the WAVE, which is a new platform to activate society to regenerate the abundance of the oceans within 1 human generation. If we focus on making the impossible possible, we can still do it, and there are recent lessons that science can really do that. For instance, COVID and the vaccines during COVID is an example of a global collaborative program that fast-tracked the delivery of something that seemed impossible. So that's why we really focus on R&D as the pathway to secure a future for coral reefs.